Imagine standing in a peaceful Himalayan valley, surrounded by snow-capped peaks, when suddenly, without warning, the skies rip open. In less than an hour, hundreds of millimeters of rain pour down, transforming mountain streams into raging rivers, sweeping away homes, bridges, and lives. This is the terrifying reality of a cloudburst, a weather phenomenon that has plagued the Himalayan region with increasing frequency and devastating consequences. In 2025, cloudbursts across India's northern states and Pakistan's mountainous regions have killed hundreds, displaced thousands, and left communities shattered. Once considered rare, these sudden downpours are now becoming alarmingly common, raising urgent questions about climate change, infrastructure, and human survival in fragile mountain ecosystems. What exactly is a cloudburst? A cloudburst is an extreme rainfall event, usually defined as more than 100 millimeters of rain in an hour, concentrated in a very small area. Unlike regular storms, cloudbursts unleash water with such intensity that even robust rivers and slopes cannot absorb or channel it quickly enough. They are most common in mountainous regions like the Himalayas, where warm, moisture-laden air collides with cold mountain air, leading to sudden condensation and violent downpours. Because they occur in small pockets, cloudbursts are notoriously difficult to predict, even with modern radar and satellite technology. The 2025 Himalayan cloudburst crisis. This monsoon season, the Himalayas have witnessed multiple cloudbursts, from Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand in India to Gilgit-Baltistan in Pakistan. Each incident has been catastrophic. Himachal Pradesh, dozens of villages cut off as roads, bridges, and power lines washed away. Landslides buried homes, and rescue teams struggled to reach survivors. Uttarakhand. Pilgrims on the Char Dham Yatra were stranded when sudden flash floods swept through valleys. Entire stretches of highways were obliterated. Pakistan administered Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. Severe cloudbursts triggered landslides and floods, leaving hundreds homeless and several districts isolated. Satellite images show vast scars on the mountainsides where torrents of water ripped through forests and settlements. The scale of destruction is a grim reminder of the vulnerability of the Himalayan terrain. Human and economic toll. The human cost of these disasters is staggering. Villagers lose not just their homes, but also their farmland, livestock, and livelihoods. Schools, hospitals, and shops are destroyed in minutes. The psychological trauma of survivors, many of whom lose family members, lingers long after the water recedes. Economically, the damage runs into thousands of crores. Roads and bridges in mountain states, already expensive to build due to rugged terrain, must be reconstructed repeatedly. Tourism, a major income source in Uttarakhand, Himachal, and Kashmir, suffers as visitors cancel trips. Hydroelectric power projects, often located in vulnerable valleys, are repeatedly damaged, threatening India's energy security. Why are cloudbursts increasing? Experts point to several overlapping factors. Climate change. Rising global temperatures increase the amount of moisture the atmosphere can hold. This leads to more intense bursts of rainfall when conditions align. Fragile Himalayan terrain. The young, unstable mountains are prone to landslides. Heavy rainfall accelerates soil erosion, making the ground even less stable. Deforestation and urbanization. Large-scale road construction, hydropower projects, and deforestation have stripped the Himalayas of their natural defenses. Concrete replaces forests, reducing the land's ability to absorb excess rain. Glacial melt. Melting glaciers due to global warming increase the volume of water in rivers, making them more dangerous during sudden downpours. Together, these factors create a perfect storm where a single cloudburst can trigger cascading disasters, flash floods, landslides, and infrastructure collapse. The science of prediction. Why so hard? Unlike cyclones or hurricanes, which can be tracked days in advance, cloudbursts happen in hyper-localized areas. A cloudburst might drench one valley while a neighboring region remains dry. Indian meteorological agencies have improved Doppler radar coverage, but predicting a rainfall of such high intensity in such a small window remains challenging. Scientists emphasize that communities must shift focus from prediction to preparedness and resilience. Lessons from past tragedies. India has witnessed devastating cloudbursts before. Leh, 2010. A cloudburst killed over 200 people and destroyed much of the town's infrastructure. Kedarnath, 2013. Heavy rainfall, cloudbursts, and glacial lake outburst floods combined to unleash one of the worst disasters in Uttarakhand's history, killing thousands of pilgrims. Himachal, 2022-2023. Repeated cloudbursts triggered floods and landslides, washing away entire market towns. These past incidents underline a simple truth. The Himalayas are at the front line of climate change, and ignoring the warning signs will only worsen the devastation. How communities are coping. Despite the hardships, Himalayan communities are adapting in remarkable ways. Early warning systems. Villages are setting up local monitoring committees that relay rainfall alerts via mobile networks and loudspeakers. Disaster preparedness. Schools and temples double as evacuation shelters. Community drills are increasingly common. Traditional knowledge. Locals rely on signs such as unusual animal behavior or sudden temperature shifts to anticipate extreme weather. However, these grassroots efforts need strong government backing, better roads, resilient housing, and sustainable infrastructure planning. The way forward. Building climate resilience. Experts suggest several measures to reduce the risks of cloudbursts. Restrict construction in vulnerable zones. Stop building on riverbanks and steep slopes. Strengthen early warning systems. Invest in high-resolution radar and satellite data tailored to mountain terrain. Reforest the slopes. Restore natural vegetation to stabilize soil and absorb rainfall. Design climate-resilient infrastructure. Roads, bridges, and power projects must account for extreme rainfall scenarios. Community awareness. Equip local populations with knowledge, training, and resources to respond swiftly. Without these interventions, the cost, in lives and money, will continue to escalate. Conclusion. A call for collective action. The Himalayas are often called the water towers of Asia, feeding rivers that sustain over 1 billion people. Yet these same mountains are now crumbling under the weight of extreme weather. Cloudbursts are no longer rare anomalies. They are the new normal in a warming world. Every destroyed home, every lost life, is a reminder that climate change is not a distant threat. It's here, right now, reshaping our most fragile landscapes. What do you think? Should governments focus more on disaster-proof infrastructure in the Himalayas? Or is it time to rethink human settlement patterns in these high-risk zones? Share your thoughts below, because the future of these mountains depends on the choices we make today.